Hi there guys, and welcome to this video. And this is for you people out there who've just recently bought or are thinking of getting a log burner, and you're just not too sure about the best way to go about lighting it. And so I thought I'd just do this video just to show you how I think is the best way to light your wood burner. As always as well, though, I will say this, make sure that you do consult your your operating manual for your log burner as well. The one that I have here is a clear view, so I'm just going to be doing this as to how I not normally do it, and have been doing it for the last 8 years. So yeah, always make sure that you read the manual before you start burning any logs. But anyway, here we go. So first off, the type of wood then that I use. I use this stuff. It's ash, and that's pretty good for using in your log burner. It doesn't produce as much smoke as like pine wood or anything like that. You really don't want to be using wood that produces a lot of smoke, because then you can get tar buildup in your flue lining in your chimney, and then that can lead to things like chimney fires and stuff like that. You also want to avoid burning things like MDF or plyboard, or any kind of man-made, well, not man-made, but stuff that's got fibers and stuff in it, because you're going to be increasing your chances of having a chimney fire in your chimney, and that's not going to be very good at all. So you really want to be sticking to like hardwood, so like oak and stuff like that, or what I've got here, which is ash. So yeah, that's what I use in terms of wood. In terms of coal, and you want to have a multi-burner for this, by the way. So again, consult your manual for your wood burner. But yeah, I burn this stuff. This is anthracite, and I know some people have trouble with burning anthracite. And that's because what I've seen some people do is just throw the coal straight onto the fire, and then they're going, oh, why is it not lighting? And the answer is that you actually need to get the log burner up to, or the fire up to temperature, and I get it up to about 200. Excuse me, I get it up to about 200 Celsius. Before I go putting the coal on. Now the other thing that I also do is when I build my fire, I try and keep it all central, so that the heat is equally distributed around the log burner, and also up the chimney there as well. I have 2 fans on top of the log burner, which helps to blow the heat out into the room, because the flue there also gets pretty hot as well, and so it's a good idea to invest in some heat fans, so that you're also getting the heat from that, because otherwise it's just going to be wasted heat really. So yeah, and I'd also say, let's just close the door so I can show you signs that you're not burning your wood right. So you don't really want to have any black smoke coming out of your chimney at the top, and you also don't want to be seeing any soot build up on your glass there. If you're having to clean your glass and clean the soot off the glass, then that's a good indication that you're not burning the wood properly, or you're not using the right type of wood. So yeah, you don't really want to. You shouldn't really have to clean this glass. I mean, I clean it every now and then. I probably cleaned it once this year, and that was back in February. But no, other, you know, so you shouldn't need to be cleaning it really. So if you're not cleaning your glass, then it shows that you're burning your wood correctly. You want to make sure as well that your wood has around 20% moisture or less in it. Now you can get some moisture meters which test how much moisture is in your wood. But the thing that I really like to do is this. And so if you get a hollow sound like that, then that's generally means that, you know, your wood is actually quite dry. If you get like a clunking sound, then that indicates that there's still quite a lot of water in your log, and you need to wait until the log has dried out. When it comes to buying your logs, I buy them in bulk. So I buy them in big bulk bags rather than buying them in the individual plastic bags that you get in the hardware store. So yeah, I buy them in bulk. Cost normally around between sort of 80 to 90 pounds. And then I have a log store outside in my yard, and that's where I store all my wood out there. And now I've been told that, you know, you need to store your wood away from the house. Unfortunately, that's not doable in my case. So I've actually built my own log store, and I've just custom built it so that, you know, it doesn't hopefully attract as many pests and stuff in it. But I mean, I've had it there now for 8 years, and I've not had a problem. But yeah, so they say just, you know, store your wood at the you know, not as far away from the house, but just away from the house, really. So what else? So I talked about the anthracite and, you know, burning that at a higher temperature. Oh yeah, so your kindling. Again, I get kiln dried, just because it makes it easier when it comes to lighting the fire. And again, I've talked about, you know, not having soot and that on your glass. When you're lighting your fire, you also want to make sure that you open the vents on your fire. So this one here has a vent at the front and a vent at the back, and both of those are open right now. And then they basically regulate the air that is going into your log burner. Now, also, this certainly applies if you live in the UK. Okay, so it's a legal requirement. You need to make sure that you have, I think I've mentioned this in my other video, you need to make sure that you have an external vent in the room. So you need to have a ventilation that goes to outside in the room, that you have your log burner, and that's so that, you know, because the log burner draws in air, you know, it's burning the oxygen, so you need to have you know, fresh air coming in, and I have that over there. So that's that. All right. So I think we've covered everything there. I'm going to start building the fire now. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to place both of my logs in like that. So the logs go in first. There we go, that's in. I then get a couple of my kindling, and I just place those in the middle like that. I think that'll do actually. So I'll just get a little video on my iPhone so that you can see what I've done. So there we go. So logs either side and the kindling in the middle there. I then get my my firelighters and I place those in the centre like that. So again, get my whole video. So there you go, you can see that they're in the middle like that. I then get my kindling and I'll start building my fire. Okay, I'm just going to use my iPhone again, and I'm just going to show you what I've done. So you can see I've stacked it up into a square like that, with the fire lighters underneath, and that shall you know, draw the fire upwards. And the key thing is that I want to try and get the flue warm first, because that's going to kick out the most of the heat, really. So yeah, I'm going to turn this camera around so that you guys can see in there, see what's going on. So here we go. Okay, so now that the fire is up to temperature, I'm going to put the coal on now, which is anthracite. And I'm going to place this right in the middle there of the fire, and that should light. A little bit more. I'll just put a little bit more on. Try and get it central there. There we go. And that should start to light soon. There we go. So there you go. That is how to light a wood burner. I hope you've found this video very useful. Yeah, just two more things before I go. One is when you are cleaning out your log burner, then it's a good idea to make sure that you have a metal bucket. And that's because if you're emptying it out from, you know, the night before, you can still have some hot embers that are in the log burner. So it's a good idea just to have a metal bucket in there. But it'd actually be even better if you actually just waited until the log burner has completely cooled down. And also make sure that you invest in some of these. Otherwise you'll end up burning your hand. So yeah, that's all from me for now, and till next time, take care, bye.